Well, good evening and welcome to episode 1 of the Cannon and Jonezy show. How did we get here, mate? How did we get here? As you can see, Beast and Beast are joined by Beauty, the bell with the ball. As you can see, we've got lovely Sophie on our show tonight as our special guest. First of all, though, I have to say hello to my partner in crime, the Cannon, my 4 a.m. buddy. Well, 7 for you, mate.
Well, unfortunately, it weren't 4 o'clock for me. I had a bit of a nightmare getting home, by being totally honest. End up in Leicester Square, then realised I couldn't get a cab home from Leicester Square. I had to get 2 tubes to Greenwich, and I strolled in at 7:20 in the morning. So the less we talk about that, the better, because I don't need to get into the doghouse. I need to stay out of the doghouse.
And Sophie, it's lovely to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm really looking forward to this.
Wicked. It's great to get you on.
You sure you're ready for this?
I'm a bit nervous, but yeah, let's go.
Right. First and foremost, guys. I've been having a little bit of a think in the background because me and Jonesy have been talking about this for a while, but obviously because of different factors, we haven't been able to get the show up and running. But with this kind of show, there always needs to be an award at the end of it all. And I remember this award.
Amazing.
So, obviously, we're in the middle of a season, so it's a bit of a difficult one to have a bit of a score predictions tally up to the end of the season. I don't think it feels right, would it? It would need to be a whole season.
Yeah.
So, my suggestion to you is, Mr. Jones, because there needs to be a bit of competition here, and I know you like a bit of competition.
Love it, mate. Still waiting to you on the pool table, but yeah.
So each week we will continue. We will do the score predictions. We will tally them up at the end of each week, and the loser of each week has to do some kind of forfeit. Now, we need to obviously work out some boundaries here, because there obviously has to be a few boundaries, but the challenge is there, and then we start from next season. We decide what we do.
Yeah. All good for me. Yeah, definitely.
There is one thing, though. There is one thing, and I just hope, right? I just hope that that things go a little bit better than usually with the kind of black ball. Now, you know what I'm talking about here, the black ball.
I do indeed.
And I think there needs to be a few more pool challenges.
There is. There's only been one game between us, mate.
There's only been one game. Can you believe this? Can you believe this, Sophie? We go to this bar, Big Red, probably about five to 6 times a season. And there's only ever been one game between me and Jonesy. I don't want to talk about how that game ended up, Jonesy, because I don't want it to be embarrassing for yourself. But you know what I mean?
I've kind of erased it from my mind. You mean?
You throw it back up.
I know we've had a few double sessions, and the partners I've been with haven't been the greatest. Sorry, G. But no, I'll be looking forward to facing you again. I can't believe it's only been one time we've played.
I think it's because we're too drunk by the time we go in there.
To be fair, I can just about stand up as it is. So after I've had a few, I might probably be collapsing on the pool table. So
I think we end up just watching everyone else, don't we?
Yeah.
Right. So let's get into the show. So obviously, what we're going to do, because one of the big things that we're going to have to do each week is obviously review the fixtures from the previous week.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that each week on the show, and we are going to review the fixtures and kind of go through last week's results and kind of discuss them. So let's get them up. So as we can see, not ideal there because we are kind of hiding each other, but we'll just go through them anyway. So obviously, let's talk about Arsenal-Newcastle first. Obviously, Emirates on Saturday night. We'll go to you, Sophie, around this one. Arsenal 4, Newcastle 1. I know you've done your podcast with John that I kind of watched quite a bit of it a few days before. Was you surprised how kind of convincing we won the game in the end?
Yeah, I was. I know, we have been doing good in the league and we've been scoring lots of goals, but I think for me, I expected a bit more from Newcastle, considering they were on a bad run and they've been struggling a bit this season, a bit more than usual. So, I expect us to win, but I didn't think we would be like it'd be such a comfortable win. I know, like I said, we've been on such a roll. We're doing really well since Dubai, and we've just got this confidence now. And when we score goals, we just want to score more and more. And I love that determination from the team. But yeah, I was surprised, like 4-1. Like, yeah, I was surprised. It was a bit of a shock. But then when you look at the Premier League and how we've been, we've been beaten like Burnley now by 5 goals. Like, it's really impressive. So I think that gives you confidence going into our next games that, we can score more and more goals. So yeah, I feel really, really happy with it at the moment.
Yeah, before I just go into a little bit more conversation, I've been a bit rude to our absolutely incredible viewers. So just going to say some good evenings first. Good evening, Sumino UK. Good to see you on, mate. Good. The old G's on. What a debut she had the other night on her on our new show on Mr. Arsenal podcast channel. Absolute well done. The Mr. In the North Bank himself on and watching. So oi, good evening. And a good evening to Mr. Morgan as well. I might get onto the talk of you a little bit more Ivan Tony talk later, just to rattle you up a little bit more, mate. Good evening to the man himself, the host, who absolutely killed it, Mr. Brooks. I will give you a message either later tonight or tomorrow, mate. Sorry, I was just ahead planning. So, yeah, mate, unbelievable performance. And, yeah, I need to watch my space now, don't I? And so does Jonesy, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
One for you, Sophie. Good evening to Harry. He's on.
Hey, Harry.
Who else we got? We got some fans here. But is this true? Is this true, Sophie?
I don't. I don't know why he's talking me out like that, because I don't think I've ever really played pool properly. So I don't know why he's doing that.
You know what this calls for, Sophie? It calls for you two having a game and either you sending us a picture of the result or,
Well, yeah. I mean, we went bowling once and he was saying how he was going to beat me, and then I ended up beating him. So it'll probably be the same thing.
Rods are thrown at.
We do like the battle talk. A little something else here for you, Sophie. Hey, Sophie, my name is Josh. I have to say your show earlier was fantastic and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy your content and big up the panel.
Oh, hey, Josh. Lovely to see you in here.
Great feedback there. So I'm trying to scroll down. It's not letting me scroll down for some reason. Yeah, and that's about it. And the porridge list. The porridge list. We're going to have a porridge list name game later. So stay on for that, guys, because it's going to be it's a little twist on it later. So not even Jonesy knows about this one, so it's going to be quite interesting. Just going over to you, Jones. Oh, and Ryan's on. Harry's in the doghouse.
Yeah, he is.
It's good, the doghouse. Well, it's not that good. It's cold.
Yeah.
Jonesy, just going over to you quickly around obviously Arsenal Newcastle. You was at the game.
Yeah.
The atmosphere. For me, it was absolutely incredible. And I thought the club done an incredible job on Saturday night to kind of obviously muster that up with obviously the typhos, the flags, the scarves. What was your views on it?
Yeah, it was. You know what? Like for a minute, it just took your breath away. I mean, I was right behind the Ashburton Army, so the flag come down in front of me, so I couldn't see the fireworks and the fire. But when I saw it back later on, the place is just rocking. It was like a concert. That's how I can explain it. It was like getting ready to watch a concert. The place was rocking. I mentioned in the stream just gone that we didn't get a bit off the Newcastle fans. I think our atmosphere literally just blew them out away as well as on the pitch. We did it off the pitch them as well. But if there's anywhere you want to be at the moment, it's the Emirates Stadium, because at the moment I can't think of a better atmosphere in the Premier League right now. It is absolutely buzzing in that place.
And what's your kind of thoughts on that, Sophie? Obviously, hearing it on Saturday night from the TV, was it electric? Could you hear it? Could you sense it and feel it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously our away games are really good as well, but I think when you play at the Emirates, you can just see this on the TV. You can hear it, the passion, the atmosphere. It's just so refreshing to see, because not long ago people were saying how the Emirates was dead quiet, and now I think it's probably one of the most difficult stadiums to play in the Premier League, because us beating Man City and Liverpool, and we just have this confidence from home, and I think the support is absolutely incredible at home as well.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because everyone was moaning about the 8 o'clock kickoff. If I was a Newcastle fan, I would literally moan because not only you like if you don't book an hotel or something, you're not getting home to 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Then again, I've got no sympathy because I got in at 7. But um, but it. I thought I had that sense of feeling beforehand that it would drum up an incredible atmosphere. Saturday night under the lights, people ain't got to work the next day. I think it all added up to be an absolute incredible atmosphere. And do you know what? I wouldn't be too against having another 8 o'clock game in the future. I wouldn't want many, but if you said to us we'd have one or two a season, I wouldn't be totally against it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think just having the whole day to kind of prepare for it. I know you could say getting tanked up before the game, but it kind of, as long as you're responsibly tanked up while going in the Emirates, I think it just adds to the atmosphere a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. No, that one don't work. I was seeing if we could try and get the screen up better, but it's a little bit tricky. Let's just go into. Oh, that's better. Let's just go into some other games. Obviously, Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 1. Sophie, that weren't well. I suppose the surprise was it was just 1-0, really.
Yeah, it's just typical Man City. Like, it's really annoying because I've watched that game actually, and I remember throughout it, I just thought it was going to be 0-0. I just have that bit of hope inside me, and then they have a chance, they take it, and it's always the hope that kills you. So
Yeah.
I think for me, you expect Man City to find ways to win. I mean, they should be considering the team they have as well, the bench they've got, but it is a bit frustrating, really, isn't it, seeing them just scraping that win, really.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? But I guess the thing was beforehand, I was expecting to be 4 or 5-0. So then I start looking at it like, well, they ain't got the goal difference up. We got a +3 out of our fixture, and they're against Bournemouth, and they got a +1. So I suppose looking at the flip side of it, like at least we're still 5 goals ahead of them in the goal difference, and that might come vital at the end of the season, mightn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could come down to like last game, a shootout between us and Liverpool or City. But it's just, I think Sophie mentioned it at the top of the show. Like, it's seeing Arsenal now with that killer instinct to get more goals. That's what you want. You know, we always seem to take our foot off the pedal if we go 2 or 3-0 up. But at the moment, this young squad, they smell blood and they just wanna go for the kill.
Yeah, and it's all good to see. The biggest upset of the weekend happened at Old Trafford. An ex-Arsenal youth player got the winner in the 97th minute. Alex Iwobi, Man United 1, Fulham 2. That was a bit of a shocker, Sophie, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't watch the game, but I was just checking the results, and it's just nice to see that happen, really. I mean, Iwobi, it didn't work out for him at Arsenal, but it's just lovely seeing him score. I mean, of course, an ex-Arsenal player has to do it, so yeah, I enjoyed that. It was really good.
Jonesy, who predicted a Fulham win at Old Trafford? By the way, I won't forget.
Well, I think there was some certain smug guy, the Paul King apparently. He predicted it, and it seems like everything
I
at the
actually
moment, mate, it's coming true. Yeah.
The thing is, mate, in my opinion, it's common theme with Man United this year. 3 o'clock home kickoffs, they absolutely struggle. I think they lost 3-0 to someone, didn't they? But Bournemouth, they lost 3-0 to Bournemouth at home on a 3 o'clock kickoff. So, yeah, just want to say good evening to Mr. Tom. How you doing, mate? Commiserations last night. Absolutely incredible effort, by the way, by Leeds. Fully deserved to win that game, mate. Yeah, I was well gutted for you as it goes. Because of that game, our fixture goes back to April now. The next game, obviously, Crystal Palace 3, Burnley 0. Burnley pretty much in the mire, aren't they, Sophie? But obviously, it was a needed win for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know with obviously Roy Hodgson and their future, I just think it's really important for them to kind of get back up and get those results. But yeah, I think with Burnley as well, they're just not being. I expected a bit more of them this season because I know the Championship is completely different to the Premier League, but I just expected them to be, to probably be, the second half of the table and do much better. So for me, it didn't surprise me with Burnley, but I think, like you said, Liam, Crystal Palace really needed that win, and to win by 3 goals, they probably, enjoyed that, the players. So the fans will be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. And they got that new manager in sight now. Bet my mate Benny Boy will be happy, won't he, Jonesy?
Oh, you will. It's you know what? We give a bit of banter to the Palace boys when they come over to the Emirates, but you want to keep that. So you kind of want them to stay in the Premier League because They're a London club, you know. They're certainly a London club that we prefer than other London clubs. But yeah, it's great for them, especially for Ben and the boys, because you know we get our annual 3 points off them at Emirates, so we've got to keep them coming.
Yeah, we just obviously, like Harry said about Man City, Luton. That was a bit of a nutty game, wasn't it, the other day?
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
crazy.
it? Haaland 5 goals and De Bruyne 5 assists.
Yeah, it was crazy last night.
Do you know when Luton scored that second goal? I was like, come on! I was having some hope, but you just know Man City are just gonna win these type of games. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's just game over in it before it starts, really. Even when I see it go out to 3-2, I was sitting there thinking it's going to end up 4-4, 5-2, and end up 6-2. So, yeah, they just totally blitzed them out of the park, didn't they? Brighton won, Everton won. Obviously, Everton got 4 points back. Jonesy, I'll go to you on this one. Everton got 4 points back.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good news for them, isn't it? Like, I think that's actually going to really help them. I think that might help them in terms of a bit more confidence, not having to worry as much, worrying what's down below them. I think they will be safe. I think this is probably bad news for Luton now though.
Yeah, I mean, they're given 4 points back, but then you hear they could be slapped again with a 10-point one as well. So if they give them back the 4 points to then take up 10 points off them, it's a strange.
I don't even get it. I just stay out of it.
I don't get it at all. But you'd think they'll do it all together and then appeal it together. But you know what? That's the powers that be. But yeah, no, that'll give them a bit of confidence knowing that they're just, you know, above it. And Luton, everybody loves that manager, good-looking manager, right? So they want him to stay up. But yeah, no, I reckon as much as I want Everton to go down, and I've made no qualms, you know, I've said it everywhere. I think they will stay up.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Aston Villa 4, Nottingham Forest 2. Obviously, quite a convincing win. They were 3-0 up at one point, weren't they, Sophie? So Forest did kind of come back a little bit, but another win for Unai Emery. Do you think he can get top 4?
Yeah, I do actually. I know obviously Spurs have been a bit better this season. I know United as well are getting a few results. I know they've got a few bumps in the road, but I just think Villa have been much better than both of them teams. I just think it would be a surprise because we don't expect them to kind of get in that position at the moment, but I believe they can. I think, you know, like you said, you know, winning. I know they obviously were 3-0 up, but they still have that determination to keep scoring. And I mean, it doesn't really matter how many you concede as long as they win. I think I do think with you, Unai Emery, I feel like he's at the right club. I think with us, I think it was probably a step too far because, you know, we want to win leagues and Aston Villa will want obviously to get in top 4. I think would be the right step for them. So yeah, I think they will. You know.
What's your thoughts, Jonesy? Do you think they can get it?
Yeah, I think they can. I mean, United, I'll be struggle to see United get it to, if I'm honest. I think it's a shootout between them, you know, and Spurs up there as well. But I reckon he can do it. I reckon he can get them over the line. He has got a pedigree, you know, Emery. So he can get teams up there. Look what he's done with Villarreal and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, I agree with Sophie's. Villa suit him, his style of play, you know, their ambitions at the moment. I think it's the right fit. Yeah, it'd be good to see him in Europe, to be fair, because obviously I can give it to the barmaid when they get knocked out. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, talking about the old barmaid in the old Corionet. Yeah, she had a bet with me, funny enough, didn't she, when the old Palace boys were down?
Yeah.
Oh, here he is, old Scotty.
Hey.
Tottenham fan himself. Just come in time, mate. We're talking about the Aston Villa nicking your top 4 place. Yeah, we like at the old Corionet. Obviously we got this she's one of the managers now, though, isn't she?
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah.
Yeah, she was giving it to Barry McGuigan that Aston Villa were going to finish above Arsenal. So I've got a bet with her at the moment, a £20 bet and a bottle of champagne. I'm quite confident I'm going to win that at the end of the season. I
think you will, mate. There'll be pictures all over Twitter as well showing you in the winning pose with her. So yeah.
So yeah, that's good to see.
I'll remind her as well in the weekday as I'm passing, so she won't forget it.
Yeah, you too, right, mate. Make sure you remember the bottle of champagne as well.
I will indeed.
Because hopefully I'll crack that last time of the season when we win the league. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Right, on Sunday, we'll cover off the Carling Carabao Cup final as well, I guess. Wolverhampton 1, Sheffield United 0. Not really much to say about that, is there, Sophie? Really?
No, not
It's a great
really.
game.
You just expect them to win. That's all you have to say about it. I think Sheffield United have been, I mean, pretty bad this season. I think they're like, aren't they right at the bottom? Like, I think they're 20th. But they're pretty bad, aren't they?
They're pretty bad on Monday night.
Oh, do you know what? It's hard because you can't underestimate them because they'll want as many. They'll need to get points. They'll need to fight for points. So we can't kind of go into it like it's going to be easy. But yeah, it is a difficult game. I think we really need to win it, and we should be winning it. Considering how low they are in the table and how bad they're doing. But yeah, they're not doing great at the moment.
No, definitely not. And we would expect to fully do the job there. Before we go to the Carabao Cup final, we look at the Monday game. West Ham 4, Brentford 2. I'll go to you, Jones, on this one. Obviously, West Ham had to deliver a home performance after that. How many goals was it again?
Don't know. I would ask a West Ham. I would ask
6-0. 6-0. Maybe 6-0.
I would ask a West Ham fan, but they went home. So they stayed to see the final score. But yeah, no, they needed a result, and Bowen was pretty good on that game. To be fair, weird stat. He scored one of the highest stats for headers, and he's only like 5 foot something as well. So he's up there with headed goals. But yeah, they needed that, and Moyes definitely needed that. So
yeah, big win that. Brentford, Sophie, they're having a bit of a slump. We got them Saturday as well, haven't we? Like we've got 2 teams that are on a bit of a slump at the moment.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit, aren't they? I mean, I know Ivan Toney, obviously, a lot of Arsenal fans are wanting him, and I think he's doing well. But yeah, they're doing a bit. Yeah, they're struggling at the moment. But I know for West Ham, they're doing probably better this season than I thought they would. So yeah, I think Brentford need to kind of start getting results again.
Definitely. And we'll go to the Carabao Cup final now. Liverpool's under 10s play Chelsea. I've got to be honest, yeah. I thought Chelsea would do it once I see the team, and once I went into extra time. I honestly thought there'd only be one team that were going to win it. In my head, Chelsea were going to win it. That's a massive blow, isn't it? To kind of lose to the team that Liverpool put out. Which, to be fair to Liverpool, let's not disrespect them. The kids have come up trumps massively, and they've done it again in the FA Cup this week. But that's a big blow for Chelsea because that was probably one of their best routes getting into Europe.
Yeah, no, they struggled against Leeds last night. To be fair, Leeds were the better team for most of that game, and I know Chelsea took the lead and stuff like that, but Leeds, they were banging on the door. But it's terrible, isn't it? Chelsea are just in a mess, absolute mess. To lose to the under 10s is just crazy, And there's a certain YouTube girl who's probably crying crying a few tears tonight and after the weekend. So yeah, but yeah, it's great to see Chelsea's downfall. To be fair, I hate Chelsea.
Don't hold back, mate. Don't hold back.
With a passion.
Yeah. So, any thoughts with you around that one, Sophie? Chelsea, Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I watched all the game. I think with Chelsea, there were so many times where they could have won it. I think was it Sterling that scored that was offside? I don't think that was offside, but I also don't think the Van Dijk one was offside either. So I think it was both teams had opportunities. It was a team that would take it, that were gonna. But I was so rooting for Chelsea not to win it. Because Twitter is a nightmare, and they'll go on about how London's blue, and I'm just like, no thanks. So thank you, Liverpool, for that one.
Yeah, definitely. And it could leave them in a bit of a sticky situation, couldn't it, Jones, if they don't get into Europe this year?
Oh yeah, the amount of players they got, the wages, the length of the contracts. If you're a player that's tied down there for 7 years, you wouldn't want to be there. No matter what they're paying you. At the end of the day, these guys are footballers. They want to win things, And I know we've seen all the stories about Mudryk this week and stuff like that. How much of that is true, I don't know. But you got to start to question, if they don't get Europe, does Bowley start looking at selling the club? And then that opens up the door to all different problems. But like I said, I'm enjoying their downfall. People say you must be sick if you enjoy their downfall.
I must be very sick.
I am very sick, and I will get myself to that hospital and still enjoy it.
That's the man you are, isn't it? That is exactly the man you are. And we wouldn't have it any other way. Just a couple of ones here. The Colonel. Good evening, mate. How you doing? I'm not sure why you woke up earlier feeling like a fat kid who's just discovered chocolate for the first time, but I hope you enjoyed it, mate, whatever it was. And Ryan's, good evening to Dan first. How you doing, mate? Hopefully see you soon as well, mate. Looking forward to another game down the Emirates when you're down there. And obviously next week, mate, good luck on your new job. Wishing you all the best. Absolutely smashed it. And obviously, Ryan, what is going on in the London Awards tonight? And just won Manager of the Year, and their goalie's one goalkeeper of the year.
That's gonna be a joke.
Is Ryan been drinking?
That's really got to be a joke. It has to be.
Please tell me that's a joke, Ryan. Please tell me that is a joke.
He's playing Football
Surely that's
Manager.
not correct.
He's playing Football Manager.
Yeah, maybe on that, but yeah, we can't do. Oh, that's gonna be a joke. It must be.
Right, so guys, we're going to go on to our second segment. Right, so what usually happens would happen is me and Jonesy ask the questions, but Jonesy was pretty much a busy man running the North Bank Summit with Gona earlier on. Superbly, I may like to add again. So basically, this part is where we get to know our guest. So don't worry, Sophie, we're going quite light on you this evening. I have been involved in segments before where they've been pretty brutal. But we ain't going to be brutal on you tonight whatsoever.
Gosh. Right, okay.
So obviously we're going to ask you a serious amount of questions, and then obviously if Jonesy's got anything in the end that he wants to kind of ask, then he can ask. So first question: what year did you first support Arsenal, and why?
I would say I properly supported them in 2015. So basically, a lot of my family are sort of like Liverpool fans, and I just never got interested in them. Like for Arsenal, I just felt like a connection. Like I felt like they were like at home, and like I just felt this different connection with Arsenal. And Arsenal played Liverpool one day, and Wenger was the manager, and I just loved him. I just loved how he played football. I just thought, at the time Liverpool were quite boring to watch, but I didn't feel that connection. And then I just sort of supported Arsenal since then. And yeah, I think Wenger probably was I wouldn't ever support a club just for a manager, but I think he was one of my big reasons. And we had players like Sanchez, Ozil. When Ozil was in his prime, he was really good. So yeah, that's sort of like the main reasons. And then being a Gooner ever since.
Jonesy, what was the first year you supported Arsenal?
Wow.
Too old to say. You're probably like me, to be
Yeah,
fair.
I mean,
Dinosaurs
first memories is kind of. I know I was only 2, but I still can't remember. It was 1989. Or about 3 or 4 actually, sorry. And yeah, I spent the night in the pub. It was old Moynihan Arms just up the road from me, where Tony Adams drunk, and he drunk in there with my dad quite frequently. And obviously George's dad was there as well. He's in the chat. But yeah, I just remember coming home next morning and my mum bollocking him pretty like rawly, saying, "Why you've got my 5-year-old sleeping in the pub all night?" And then he was just like, "Because we won the league," and then he passed out. So yeah, that's one of my first memories.
That's a pretty good memory, to be fair, mate.
Yeah.
Just a few more good evenings. Good evening to George. How you doing, mate? Got some news coming out about George in the next couple of days. He's going to be doing a show on a channel moving forward, so that's going to be good to talk about. Good evening to the Hawkwind. How you doing, mate? Good to have you on as well. So yeah, let's get to the second question. So, who is your all-time favourite Arsenal player?
Oh, that's such a difficult one. There's 3 players that I love, but obviously when I watched Arsenal, I liked Sanchez, I liked Ozil, but I think obviously I never got to watch Rocky play, but I really loved him and Ian Wright because I loved their passion, and I know that when I started supporting Arsenal, the players, obviously some of them cared, but I felt growing up like a few of the players didn't always give 100%. We were going through that phase, Wenger's last few years, and I just felt like, some of them probably, weren't good enough. And I think because Righty and Rocky really cared about Arsenal, like when Rocky left, he cried because he loved Arsenal so much. And I think for me, obviously, that shows you how much he cares about Arsenal. And yeah, he was a good player as well. But yeah, it is a difficult one to answer because I can't really say one, but I think at the moment Saka as well. I would say he's my hero, but it's hard because there's so many players, and obviously Henri was incredible. But I think for me, I think when you show passion on the pitch, I think you kind of go up in my estimations a bit.
Yeah, I don't think Cedric George is going to be one of the favourite all time.
Sorry, that just made me.
What like the favourite all-time dog walker?
So, who is your favourite Arsenal player in the squad at present?
Don't say Cedric.
Yeah, definitely Cedric. I've got to. I mean, I love them all. I think obviously there's a few favourites, but Saka's my number one because I've seen him. He was in the academy and then he came through, and I just see him that he's really stuck by us through difficult times. And he could have actually left us. He could have gone to a team that had been more successful. But I do think he needs to win silverware now with Arsenal. But yeah, I think Saka's going to be up there. But we're so lucky to have so many, really, someone like Saliba, I didn't know a lot about him before he came, but when you look at him now, when he celebrates, you can't help but smile because he loves being at Arsenal. So it's obviously hard to pick other players, but I think Saka's definitely that number one for me.
Cool. Next question. Favourite all-time Arsenal moment?
Oh, what a question. As much as I'm probably more of an Arsene Wenger person to George Graham, I think 1989, I watched the documentary back and it just gives me goosebumps every time. Do you know just how everyone wrote us off and we weren't favourites going into it? And, the last moment of the game we did it doesn't feel real. I think for me, it just for me is up there. I know the Invincibles were incredible. FA Cups with Wenger, obviously that watching growing up was special to me. But I just think nothing is just like the 1989 league. It's just special from every other one.
Cool. Right. Next question. Who is your inspiration and why?
Oh, that is a good question. You got some good questions tonight, I'm not going to lie. I think I'd have to go Woodsy because of everything. Obviously, I've always been a supporter of her and she's gone out of her way to help me and I've met her so many times. I've met her family and, she's invited me to things and I just think, she didn't have to do that, but she wanted to because, she's kind. So it's obviously, there's so many amazing people, but I think Laura Woods is just a really incredible person. But yeah, there's so many people I could pick, but definitely her.
And she's absolutely smashed it over the last few years, so she's a good inspiration to have. By the way, John Brooks has got a better inspiration.
What's that?
How much have you slipped in to say that?
Yeah, how much money you gave him?
I need right, a tenner in the chat for someone to say me.
Oh, sorry. It just timed absolutely perfect, that one did. Absolutely perfect. But no, a great answer to that one. What's your favourite meal?
Do you know what? I'm a foodie, so this is a good question to ask me. I'd probably go roast dinner. I'm a sucker for one.
Bang. That's mine.
You know what? I could live on a roast dinner. I love it. Yeah, roast. I mean, I love my food. I love a curry. I love pizza, but nothing beats a roast dinner, does it really?
No, I'm bang on that one. You, Jonesy?
Yeah, it has to be a roast. I thought mine were good until I saw yours, so I have to give you props, mate. You're a roast,
mate. I do the big belly buster, mate. I tell you, I've had to calm it down. We've got. By the way, I'm going to crack up. Right, we got the main man on again. He's just come on. Here he is. Kermit's middle finger.
Evening.
What name is that? That's
It's
hilarious.
brilliant. It's brilliant.
The
He
Kermit's a
cracks me
legend. Do you know what? Right, he's going to go on the Hall of Fame. Once I get the Hall of Fame sorted, he's going on the Hall of Fame list. Kermit. The next question: favorite alcoholic drink?
Well, I don't really drink alcohol, but when I've had it, I'm gonna sound dead posh when I'm not, but
Go on.
champagne I've had. Yeah, I just enjoy it really. I mean, it's funny when I have a drink, I get dead giggly, like more giggly than so yeah. But I don't really, I suppose because I'm only young, I don't really. I'm not really like bothered about drinking. Like, if someone gave me a drink, I would have it, but I'm not really bothered. But I am interested to know what beer tastes like because I feel like there's a big hype about it. So, what does it? Is it nice? Like, is it worth the hype that people give it?
My head would tell you no on Sunday morning. Well, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday
On a
morning.
Saturday, I'll tell you it's the best thing ever. On a Sunday morning or it's Monday morning, yeah, it's the absolute worst thing ever. G's just come out of a new one. Is the Kermit the new carp?
Oh.
I don't think he is the new carp, but it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, there was something I was looking up here. Someone just asked a question. You obviously said your favourite all-time Arsenal player. Who's your favourite all-time Arsenal player in the female game?
That is so difficult. Well, what I'll do is I'd probably say back then Alex Scott. I didn't obviously get to watch so much of her, but what I did watch, I really liked her and her passion, and it's obviously great to see what she does now. At the moment, it's so difficult to say. I think my two at the moment would be McCabe and Leah Williamson. But yeah, it's tough because they're just great. The team it's hard to pick just one because there's so many amazing players.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what though, Jones, there's a lot of love going our way.
Yeah, how much have you paid them as well?
Here's another one. George is yeah, we're doing well tonight. We've got a lot of inspirations. We're blushing. We're going red.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus, I'm gonna have no money in my bank account by tomorrow morning.
Exactly. All these bots we're paying. Don't mention bots.
Here we go. The Kermit's come out of a legend, and I was named after him.
Oh, yeah.
So his favourite player is Liam Chippy Brady. Absolute legend.
What a guy.
Oh, man. Right, the next one. I can't wait. There's another one I can't wait to get to in a minute. Favourite soap?
Okay. Right. So, when I was younger, I used to watch them all. I used to love Hollyoaks, and now I feel like everyone's gonna kill me for saying this, but I just love watching EastEnders at the moment. Like, people online are like, "Oh my god, it's so depressing," but it's literally like when I get up at 7 a.m, it's the first thing I watch. Like, I'm quite bad for it, but yeah, I think EastEnders is a lot better than what it used to be. Especially since Christmas. So yeah, for me, it's got to be EastEnders. What about you guys?
Do you want to know a little secret? So me and Sarah, for the last 2 years, have been watching all the old episodes. So we've gone from 1997, and we're currently at 2004 Christmas. Wow. So she couldn't watch it tonight because it's a Christmas special, and I need to be watching it with her.
I love that.
Yeah, no, EastEnders for me as well. I'm like you. I don't wait for it to come on at 7:30 at night.
Oh,
I'm on BBC iPlayer in the morning before I have to start work. Or anything.
My dad, you know what? My dad doesn't get why I like EastEnders. Like I said to him, "Can I put it on the TV the other night?" And he goes, "Are you actually watching it? Like, why are you watching it?" Because it's known for being depressing, but it is so good. It's when the episode ends, I'm just like, because you've got to wait. It's not on Fridays, I don't think. So you've got to wait till Monday, which annoys me.
Yeah, no.
We got some great news. Obviously, the Kermit's favourite soap's Imperial Leather, by the way, just for you to know.
Laugh up quite well.
Apparently, Declan Rice has won Player of the Year at this London Awards.
Fully deserved.
So that's great news.
If he has, that's brilliant. Yeah, he deserves that.
It sounds like the old the Brayster, like a bit of EastEnders. Get out my pub. What a legend Peggy Mitchell was.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, and George's favourite soap opera is Arsenal Twitter.
Good answer.
That is a good answer. The Colonel, old EastEnders. I love it. I love it. Bashing 1, 2, prime. Colonel, you're lucky it's past the watershed. That's all I'm going to say to you. Anyway, on that note, we'll continue the show.
I love the chat tonight. That's funny.
Yeah. Your favourite film?
Oh God, that is a. I don't really watch many films these days. I could give you something on Netflix that my dad suggested me to watch, and I watched it. It's a bit. There's some scenes you might not want to watch with your family, but that's all I'm saying. But it was something called like Behind Her Eyes. I watched it on Netflix, and it was really strange to figure out. Like my dad had already watched it, and he had to like talk me through it. But it is kind of creepy, but in a way that I'm fascinated by it. But yeah, films. I'm really bad for watching films. I hate. You know, if I'm watching Arsenal, I can sit down for that long. But when I watch a film, oh my God.
He's gone. He's gone. The comments have killed him. Finished. He's getting visions of Pat Butcher over here. I just.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just gone.
Sorry, you're making me laugh.
Pat Butcher. Big old earrings.
Frank.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Oh my God.
Head's gone. Head's gone.
Oh, it can only happen on this show. Jesus.
Mate, have we just had our first comment of the night for the first episode?
Oh my God.
He's gone.
I can't get excited. I can't compose myself. Josie, take the rest of the show.
I need a question, right? Okay. Your favourite film? Favorite film? You said the Behind the Eyes. Was it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like a Netflix thing. Oh my gosh.
Let's compose ourselves.
It's really hard.
Oh, mate.
These comments are going off, mate. Debbie does Dallas.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Get him a spinning bow tie as well. Right, let's go on to the next question. This one's a good one. And I want you to think of this carefully, yeah, right? What is your favourite Twitter account and why?
Oh God.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Oh wow. Oh gosh.
I thought that was a good one.
That's a good question.
Honestly, don't know. You know, there's so many. Obviously, you guys are up there. I've just got to say that for sure.
Good answer.
Let me.
Stay.
I've got mine at the moment.
Oh wait, this is one for now. I've got a few. The Celebration Police.
Bang.
Because like it's just hilarious. I don't know his art specifically, but it's someone on Twitter called Mems, and he's so lovely. And yeah, you should all follow him. I don't know his what his at is, but yeah, I think the Celebration Police are they just make my day when people are having a go at us. But it's so that is a good question because
He's not going to be able to
making me laugh again.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to look at Pat Butcher the same way.
Never in the same light again.
Yeah, so I'd probably go that. I want to know what you guys. Jonesy, what would you go for? Who on there do you like following?
I mean, there's a girl called Ash. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't say her name. Yeah, probably the Celebration Police. It's probably a good one. They're pretty funny with their stuff, but obviously yourselves, I have to say.
Yeah, I was going to say Celebration Police has got to be number one.
Mm.
Do you know who I would have given it to a few months ago that I thought was an absolute hilarious one when he first brought it out? Was the Jason Tyndall one.
Oh, yeah.
The Jason Tyndall one was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he hasn't kept it up though, has he? He's kind of just left it.
Yeah. What's this? Mine is the Lorraine Kelly hosting her one show.
No, have you seen this on Twitter? There's a Lorraine Kelly person trying to I don't know what you call it, but it's someone else telling you when she's not turned up to her own shows.
Yeah. How many days hasn't Lorraine Kelly hosted her own show?
Oh, that's quality. I love that.
She Sarah hates her. She's got banging her porridge list, old Lorraine Kelly.
I don't like her either.
I just don't have an opinion on her. I don't love her, but I don't hate her. I'm just in the middle, really.
I'm not a great fan. But then I'm not a great fan of many. I got up this morning, Richard Madeley was on TV, and I was like, I don't like him either. Anyway, we don't want to know about my hated list. Anyway, we've got a few more questions, then you're off the hook. I'm not going to do the next one because I think it would take a bit too long, to be fair. Who is your most hated football player and why?
Who's someone I hate?
Can I just butt in quickly? Is that the same Dundee that lost 7-1 last night, mate?
Oh, burn. Right, I'll give you one that growing up that I used to hate. Right, when we ever played Chelsea, Diego Costa would really, really grind my gears. He would really irritate the life out of me because the challenges he was doing, I just wanted to slap him. He really annoyed me. Now, Richarlison, Bruno Fernandes, those sort of players annoy me because, I think Bruno Fernandes is just a different level because he's so motivated. Liam, are you okay tonight?
Anyway, I was digging out Lorraine Kelly, mate.
Yeah, I'd probably go Bruno at the. I didn't say I hate him, but I think he just annoys me.
I think there's some good ones there. I think Diogo Costa's an absolute. He was well up there, weren't he? He was well up there. But Richarlison and Bruno, both of them.
I can't believe they haven't said Mopé.
Oh yeah, Neil Mopé. You got to put him on the list.
Yeah.
He's a rat.
Such a shit asser, isn't he?
Right. Would you allow Spurs to win the Premier League if it meant that Arsenal would win the Champions League in the same season?
I couldn't let Spurs win the Premier League because we could always win it the season after. As much as I'd want us to win it, I feel like in the league, I feel like the spotlight would be on Spurs, especially in the media. Say we've won the Champions League, it would be about how Spurs won the league and how no one would have expected them to. I just couldn't ever witness Spurs doing that. I just physically couldn't.
Cool. Right answer, by the way.
Imagine if I said yeah.
I don't know what I said. And last question. What do you think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you.
That's all right.
And that is you off the hook.
Wow, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was
laugh. Well, that was fun, and that was quite eventful, weren't it, Jonesy?
Oh my gosh, it's actually true. Look, he's actually won it.
Oh, dear.
Oh God.
He's not even in the top 5. Top 4.
He's not. What has he won for trying to get top 4?
Here's a debate with one Sarah. Son Min can't bear him. Okay. I didn't realise that.
He's always painted out to be the nice guy song, isn't he? But do
you know when he cries on the pitch trying to feel sorry for him? That annoys me. Oh.
I think I'm quite impressed by that, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Joey Barton. He's not a footballer, but he's
something.
Oh yeah.
He's something.
Well, just wait up, guys, because we're gonna come up with a quick segment next. Give me a couple of minutes. Well, not even a minute, but there's a good one. Teddy Sheringham. He hated Arsenal, didn't he? By the way. So we're going to go into our next segment, and there's going to be a twist with this one. So let's first and foremost, obviously, get rid of the message first because I wanted to get it right. Here we go. So, my porridge list. Bit of a twist this week. We ain't going to do a name game. But what I want you all to do is fire over in the chat who do you think's on my porridge list. Now, I've got a pretty big porridge list, don't I, Jonesy?
You have indeed, mate. You have
I've got a
indeed.
massive porridge list. So people who have been listening, they should be able to fire over different names that are on my porridge list. Jonesy, I'm going to let you go to you first. Who's on my porridge list?
Denise Welsh.
Absolutely bang on. Denise
You've got
Welsh.
loads. Who else you got? You got Neil Mopay.
Neil Mopay, correct.
Who we got?
Jamie Carragher.
Carragher, yeah. Brooksy's got it.
Gary
Here they
Neville.
come. Here they come.
Any that you could imagine I could have, Sophie, on the porridge list.
I love them all, Mike Dean.
Everyone's Mike Dean.
Mike
Denise-
Dean.
Denise Van Atten.
I used to like Denise Van Atten when I was younger.
Harry said him.
Nah, Harry, you're not, mate. You're not. You're definitely not on the porridge list. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, you might be soon. You never know.
You might be on Sophie's porridge list soon, to be fair. Howard Webb, he's on the porridge list. Oh, they're all coming out. Mike Riley. I don't think Haaland's on the porridge list, to be fair.
Clattenburg. Jeez, who else?
I'm disappointed that my top porridge list person has not been mentioned yet.
Oh gosh, look at that comment.
Oh, there he is.
No, you can't say that about Laura, Harry. That's mean.
Oh, that's me. That's not true. That is definitely not true. So who's my number one? Come on, guys, an Arsenal fan. Who would be your number one porridge list person? I'm disappointed. Sarah's right. She knows more than anyone. Changes daily, that porridge list. Richard Madeley is on the porridge list with Piers Morgan as well.
Oh, Piers Morgan. Oh my god.
Oh,
controversial.
absolutely not, Ryan. Not my beloved, obviously not. Harry Kane. I'm still disappointed that my number one's not been mentioned.
Jamie O'Hara. Old Hairy Hands. Hairy Hands is in the comments.
Richard Keys is definitely up there.
Gemma Collins.
Sarah's done a good one. Gemma Collins. She's bang up there on my porridge list. Absolutely up there.
Oh, who else?
Astrido.
Exactly.
Come on, guys. Number one. I want to finish this. Who's my number one?
That's the thing. You've got so many.
It changes. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
When I say it, you'll all sit there and go, "Yep, definitely number one porridge list."
Jonathan Morley.
Is it like a pundit or is it more
An ex-football player.
okay?
Biggest scumbag around in my eyes.
Is it Rio
definitely-
Ferdinand?
No.
Wait,
You can chuck him on there.
Thanks, Harry.
Gooner, I thought Denise Welsh was number one.
I thought Denise Welsh was one, to be fair. Oh.
And Ryan is the winner.
There we go.
Emmanuel Adebayor. Number one on my porridge list.
Absolute rat bag.
Absolute rat bag. So that is my number one porridge list. Next week, we'll be guessing all Jonesy's porridge list. How big's your porridge list, mate?
I don't think it's as long as yours, mate. Controversial.
Big Sam's on there as well.
There is a few on there, to be fair.
There is a few on there. So that is my porridge list. So I just want to be interested. So if we're talking about porridge list, if you had to have a number one on your porridge list, who would it be?
So is it like someone you hate or just someone who's annoyed you?
Detest.
Yeah, like
Oh,
proper hate.
oh God. Let me have a think. Wait, Jonesy, who do you? I want to know what yours is.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a little.
I can't give it too much away. I'll give you someone that's on there. Philip Schofield's on there, to be fair.
Oh God, I was not
Who
surprised.
else? You know what? I can't stand him and his son. They're everywhere. Bradley and Walsh. And Bradley and Barney. Get off my telly. Every bloody programme.
Oh, that's a really good. I mean, there are people that do annoy me. I think. Do you know when? Right, I'm going to say Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. There's times where I listen to them and they can say reasonable things, and then there's times where they just come out with such idiotic things, and I'm just like, it's a weird one with them. Piers Morgan, he just annoys me. I mean, this is a conversation for another time, but Andrew Tate is another one. Oh yeah, Joey Barton probably actually. Yeah, definitely him.
Oh, G
Oh,
has said something in the chat here. I can't agree with that. I'm a Swiftie, all right? I'm not having Taylor Swift on this list. I'm not
oh my
having
gosh, can I just say something as well? I said to Harry the other day, who would you not want to see at a concert? And he said Taylor Swift. Like, I'm sorry, but Taylor Swift I love. So yeah, me and Jonesy love Taylor Swift.
We're going to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we're going together.
What about West Ham Central, Jonesy?
What's the time? Yeah, I can say it. Fat ginger. No, yeah, I'll keep it clean as a lady
No,
president.
keep it clean.
Keep it clean. But yeah, the guy's always talking about us, isn't it? He's got something wrong. He's got something wrong. He can't stop mentioning us every day.
I think at the moment, I just look at those. The ones that wind me up are these ex-footballers that are kind of bitter, aren't they? Like Rio Ferdinand.
Oh, it's so annoying. Oh.
Gary Neville. Yeah, they're well up there. But they still won't bet. This is a good one. John Gooner has come out with a really good one, and he is bang on my porridge list. Eamon Holmes. He's been on there since the 90s, mate. Big old Man United fan he is as well.
He would always mention it as well on GMTV. If they beat Arsenal or anything, he would always bring it up straight away. And you didn't need it. 6 o'clock in the morning, you're getting ready to go to work. You don't need him telling you the last night's result.
What about Jim White?
I don't mind Jim White, to be fair.
What about this one? H from the steps.
I love this bit.
No one knows the other guy's name as well who's in the band. I don't even know his name.
The proper porridge list has just grown out of contention. Everyone's now coming out with their most hated people.
I want to know why Sarah hates H from Steps.
But Sarah's biggest one for me is Lorraine Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
She absolutely despises Lorraine Kelly.
Yeah, it's hard. Everyone has their person where they just don't like. Yeah, I love everyone's. They're so different as well in the comments.
Yeah, so brilliant
Danny Murphy.
there, guys. Danny Murphy. Yeah, I'm not really too hatred.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion. Like, I don't love him, but I don't hate him. Like yeah, it's just.
Alison Hammond. Here's one for you guys. This is before the end. Pat Butcher. Pat Butcher's now on my porridge list because of the Colonel. Right, so yeah, thank you very much for that, guys. I know Sophie's got to leave us, sadly. It's 10 o'clock, so just obviously want to say a massive thank you for coming on tonight, and hopefully we can do some more kind of calibrations very, very soon with you. I think you're going to be setting up a show as well. We're going to come on, aren't we, at some point?
Yeah, definitely. I'll get you guys and some of the other ones in the chat as well. It'll be such a good show, and I'll definitely come on again whenever you want me. I've had a great time. It's been so funny, and yeah, I've loved it, and lovely to see all your comments as well. It's been a good laugh. Thank you so much, Adam.
No, and thank you very much for coming on. So yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
No worries. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. See you
Thank
later.
you. Bye.
Cheers, mate. This is a good one, Jonesy. Oh, well, it's past the watershed, but there you go. The Hawkwind wouldn't say no.
Oh, dear. Whatever floats your boat, Hawk.
And obviously, Danny Mills come up as well.
Danny Mills. I just remember that nutmeg. Yeah, what a nutmeg.
Yeah, exactly. So, mate, we're getting to the business end of the show, I would call it. And there's always a business end to this show. And this is the end when we get the score predictions going. As we discussed earlier on, guys, if he wasn't in, obviously, as we know, we've started this in the middle of the season, so there won't be no tally up this year. But what there will be is a week-on-week challenge, and whoever gets the most points sets their opponent a little challenge to do. So, and it's got to be within boundaries. So we will kind of discuss them boundaries because that's the kind of guys we are. But yeah, obviously we want you all to be involved in the predictions. So be more than happy to throw your kind of predictions in. We're going to look at obviously the fixtures running from this weekend, and then we'll kind of collate it up. So the way it goes, Jonesy, correct prediction, you get 3 points. You get 2 points for the right prediction. You get 0 for nothing.
All right.
Okay, so if you called Arsenal to beat Sheffield United 3-0 and they won 5-0, you get 2 points. So you called, or should we say 1 point? We'll say 1 point.
Yeah.
And then 3 points for a win.
Wicked.
I think this has gone a bit too clapped out now, guys. To be fair, I bet she bangs like a shed on a wind. Jesus Christ, mate. Anyway, let's get on with the predictions. Here we are, mate. Let's see if we can get a better view of it. Here we go. So, mate, first fixture. There ain't no 12 o'clock game this weekend, 12:30 either.
No, nothing.
So London derby, West London derby at Brentford, out of form Brentford against Chelsea. That, to be fair, they did pick up some decent results until the final. We were lucky the other day. What are you going to go for? I'll give you the first opportunity on this one.
I can see.
You might want to get your phone out as well. And we'll send them over to each other later.
I'll write these down. Hang on 2 seconds. Right, let me get these notes. Right, I'm going to go for 2-1 Brentford.
Oh. This game could go anyway. This game could go absolute anyway. But I do think that Chelsea got out of jail Wednesday, so I'm going to go for 3. I'm going to have to go for 3-1 Brentford.
Right.
I'm going to go for 2-0 Brentford. Sorry, 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. Right, second game I'll predict first. Everton versus West Ham. As I said, I think Everton are going to get a bit of a lift now after what's happened. And I think this might do them kind of good. So I'm going to go for... Sorry, I'm just going to go through the other results first. So the first game that we've got is Kermit's middle finger's gone... Oh, no, we're not talking about Arsenal yet, Kermit. George G's gone 2-1 Chelsea. Gooner's gone 2-1 Brentford. Bray's gone 3-2 Chelsea. Trig's gone 2-0 West. Oh, she's down to West Ham. 2-0 West Ham. I'm going to go for 2-1 Everton.
2-1. Right, I'm going to go 1-1.
Going for a draw, are you?
Yeah, Desmond.
Right, in that as well, obviously, Johnny Brooks has gone 1-0 Everton. Spencer's gone for a 2-all Brentford Chelsea.
What did you go for? 2-1.
Fun.
What did you go for? Sorry, 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
There's been a couple of Desmonds here. Bray's gone for a Desmond. Kermit's gone for a Desmond. Ryan's gone for a 2-0. I don't know where we are now because it seems like there's loads of results here. So let's go to Fulham Brighton. That's your prediction first.
Oh, both teams are doing quite well, weren't they? Fulham are pretty good. You know what? I'm going to go 3-1 Fulham.
Oh. I'm going to go... I think G's gone for a 1-all. I think Ryan's gone for a 0-0. I'm going to go for Brighton to win this. I think that they had their big result for them. I'm going to go for 2-1 Brighton. I think Brighton need to react after the other day. Assuming UK's gone 1-0. Spencer's gone 2-0 Everton West Ham. Brooks has gone for a Desmond. Bray's gone for 2-1 Fulham. Kermit's gone for Brighton 2-0. Right, Newcastle Wolves. This is an interesting one because Wolves are banging form and upsetting a lot of teams away from home. But I think Newcastle will need to react after the Arsenal game. I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle.
Right.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to go... think Newcastle ain't been great, have they, at all? And Wolves away have been quite well. 2-1 Wolves.
You're going for 2-1 Wolves. I've
Yeah.
lost everyone here. I think there's so many different results going through, but
They're flying
Wolves
through.
all day long. Sumin's gone for. Brooks has gone for 2-1 Wolves. Spencer's gone for 1-0 Newcastle. And Bray's gone for a 2-0 Newcastle. So a lot of mixed opinion here. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. I think this is interesting, this game.
It is, yeah. Because if Liverpool are still, they can't get through every game with them kids. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Forest 2-1.
I'm going 3-1 Liverpool. This is a treat's gone 4-1 Liverpool. Spencer's gone 5-0 Liverpool. Oh, I think you might have made a little mistake here.
You never know. You never know.
Brooks has gone for a 1-1. The Kermit's gone for a draw as well. So, yeah, I'm obviously hoping you're right. Spurs versus Palace. That's mine first, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for 2-0 Spurs.
I don't know if I can predict the Spurs win.
Sumin's gone 3-4 Liverpool. Ryan's gone for a 2-1 Forest. Spencer's gone 3-1 Spurs. Johnny Brooks has gone 5-0 Palace. Tarrick's gone 2-1 Palace. G's gone, I think G's gone for a 2-1 Spurs, just refuses to say the name. Love that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to going with G actually. 2-1 Spurs. As much as it pains me.
XO's gone 7-0 Palace. Sumin's gone 5-0 Palace. 5 o'clock kickoff, Luton Town versus Aston Villa.
Yeah, tough one again. I reckon it's going to be quite high scoring. I'm thinking it's going to be something like... I'm going to go 4-3 Villa.
Oh, Jesus. I think it will be an attacking game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for 1-3 Villa. So we've gone Brooksy 3-1 Villa. Trigg's gone 3-1 Villa. Spencer's gone 3-2 Villa. They will expect it. Tarrick's gone 3-all. He's gone for a big 3-all there. The middle, the Kermit has gone 3-0 Villa. So we go to Sunday now, guys. And Burnley versus Bournemouth. That's me first, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a miserable game that is.
They would get out of bed for that.
I think Burnley will get a win Sunday, 2-1.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it's time they get a win. Cheese gone for a 0-0 shit game.
Yeah, I'm going for another draw, 0-0.
Sumin's gone 1-0. Kermit's gone for a draw. Brooksy's gone 3-1 Bournemouth. Tarrick's gone for a 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0, I reckon. Boring.
Interesting kick-off this one, isn't it? For 3:30 Man City, Man United. What's your predictions, mate?
I think I can only see it going one way. I think it's going to be quite embarrassing for United. Oh, I'd say something like 4-0. I'm going to go 4-0 City.
Just to let you know, some more numbers gone in here. Bray's gone 2-0 Bournemouth. Brett's gone 1-0. Ryan's gone 1-0 Bournemouth. Spencer's going 2-all City. Oh, that'd be interesting. Brooksy's going for a 5-1 City. Tarrick's going for a 4-1 City. I'm going with the Kermit, 3-1 City. Bray's going 3-1 City. Sumin's going 3-0. Treek's going 4-2 City. So there is no one fancying anyone there for the game.
No.
And who's the Monday night game again, guys? Who's playing Monday night? It's the big one. Sheffield United versus the mighty Arsenal.
No.
I think I'm first on this one, ain't I, mate?
You are, yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
All right.
I don't want to just expect to turn up to teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be our downfall. I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal. Kermit's gone 4-0. Tarrek's gone 7-0. Podcast's gone 10-0. Sumin's gone 7-0. Gooner's gone 6-0. Bronco's gone 6-0. Bray's gone 4-1.
I can't see them scoring, to be fair. You know what? I'm going to go 5-0.
He's going for a 5-0. Now, you know me, mate. I don't just stick with just like that. There's always a little twist. There's always a little twist. So what player is going to... You've got one player who's going to score the most goals on Saturday or over the weekend?
I'm going to go Haaland hat-trick.
It's always a gimme, isn't it? Trig obviously gone 3-0. Hawkwind's gone 9-0. Brett's gone 4-0. Gooner's gone, you said 7-0 earlier, Jonesy.
I know.
Yeah. The pressure's on now.
Yeah. This is for points, Brooksy.
I'm going to go with Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins.
Jonathan's gone for Haaland. G's gone for Bowen. She says G's throwing the old grenades out there. There's going to be an Everton win. Oh, Brian's gone for a Super Kai hat trick. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much that, guys.
Locked in, mate.
In terms of that. So yeah, so some interesting scores there, guys. As we say, obviously a massive weekend, especially for the top of the table. And it'd be interesting to see where we are at going into Monday in terms of how City and Liverpool done, which is a good one. Yeah. The Broncos gone for... Spencer's gone for sacks. Assuming thinks Foden's a good... I mean... He thinks that Watkins is a good shout. Tarrek's going for Foden. There's a good one as well. That is very good.
He's been bailing him out quite a bit.
Anyway, guys, before we go, we obviously firstly want to thank you all for obviously coming on to our first show. Obviously, it has been a little bit, if I'm being totally on the show, obviously trying and error the first show, but I think it's actually gone really superbly well. Firstly, I just want to thank Sophie for coming on to support us. We will be having a guest on each week, so it won't be just obviously the Cannon and Jonezy. We will always have a guest on because we think that works well. So if anyone's really interested in coming on, obviously let me know. I'm sure there'll be a little list, so it might be a few weeks or even maybe a month. It depends on how popular demand, isn't it, Jonesy? You never know.
Exactly. We've got loads of new people at the moment, so it's good at the moment. Good.
Yeah, you never know, mate. Do you know what I mean? You never actually know. But yeah, we want people on the show, so obviously feel free to come on the show. But yeah, if you are interested, just kind of give us a message and we'll kind of get it sorted. How do you feel after your first show, Jonesy?
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, the chat was popping. It was brilliant. It was great to see everyone engaged. And Sophie was brilliant. Great first guest to have on the show. And yeah, looking forward to what the future brings. And these forfeits will be quite interesting, mate.
Well, I'm looking forward to the forfeits, mate. I'm looking forward to the forfeits because I think it could be really good. And I think that if we play our cards right, there could be some entertainments for our guests.
Indeed. Tune in every week for laughs. Guaranteed.
Just some kind of obviously Gooner, obviously great show tonight. Just want to put a big shout out to Gooner as it goes. Mate, you absolutely smashed it tonight. So well impressed with you around that, mate. Obviously well impressed. So thank you very much for that, mate. Done an absolute great job there, which is good. And obviously, like as I said, like it's the way we're going to obviously move forward now in terms of obviously the North Bank Summit show. We are going to have different hosts on there, hopefully, week in, week out, and obviously try and get some and breed them through our kind of culture in terms of the guys that have obviously supporting us week in, week out. So if you ever want to come on our shows, whether it's the North Bank Summit, whether it's the Big Sunday show, we've got the All Arsenal show over on the Mr. Podcast Ryan's channel as well. You're always more than welcome. So just drop us a kind of DM. And yeah, we'll get that sorted for you. But yeah, really good. Thank you very much to Kermit. Always bring me a great giggle and laugh. Obviously, cheers to Mr. Copey. We need to get you on again soon, mate. We need you on when the Gooner's on. We need you on when the Gooner's on.
Oh, ladies' man, Copey.
Oh, mate, the absolute ladies' man. The absolute ladies' man. But we want to go out in style tonight, don't we, Jonesy?
We do. I think we should. I think it's only fitting for the first show back that we have to leave them with something special.
So we don't do this often, but we're going to do this today. We're going to leave you very special to all you Gooner fans out there. But anything you want to say, Jonesy, before you go?
You know what, mate? North London.
Forever. Good night.